Welcome to Big Blend Radio's Tales of Ted DeGrazia show, where every fourth Sunday or fifth Sunday, like this time, we chat with Lance Laber. He is the executive director of DeGrazia Gallery in the Sun in Tucson, Arizona, and he joins us to talk about famous Southwest artist Ted DeGrazia, and he also keeps us up to date on what's going on at the gallery, which is a historic landmark. It's actually 10 acres. It's a beautiful gallery to go and visit. It's at the foothills of the Santa Catalina Mountains. It was opened in 1965, and it is home to 15,000 originals of Ted DeGrazia's work. And that includes oil paintings, watercolors, ceramics, sculptures. There's also 6 permanent collections, and you can see that. Just go on in the gallery, open year round. Or you can also go online, go to DeGrazia.org to see some of the work and more of the story about Ted DeGrazia. But they do have different rotating exhibits. And at the end of our conversation with Lance, the Tucson dude, I'll give you a list of what's happening right now. But Tucson dude, today we're talking about the music of Ted DeGrazia. Welcome back. How are you?
Well, thank you. I'm fine.
Hey, is it sizzling in Tucson? Is it a hot summer? People need to go inside?
You know what? Every summer is hot in Tucson. So, I don't think it's any worse than ever, except for we're not having a lot of rain. We're not getting much rain, so it is pretty hot, but it's hot every summer.
Well, I think you need to go out and do a rain dance in the Cactus Corral at the gallery.
Yeah, I want to watch. I want to see.
Okay. Come on, Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy, you do it. She'll get out there. She'll take it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I like this.
Next time we get to Tucson, let's all do a rain dance. That'll be so much fun.
Hopefully it'll help.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm sure it'll make some noise.
Hey, and that's the thing. One thing I love about Tucson is like having water fountains everywhere. The birds like it. And I love that fountain and the Cactus Corral at the gallery. It's one of my favorite places with the dancer. Just a little bit of pond, having water around helps. And that, helps tell the rain gods we need to keep these waters filled. But so waterfalls, fountains, all are music. So let's talk about this because there's an album out. Please Remember Me, that we've played the music on the show for years. And I love that album with, that was, this music of Ted DeGrazia, Domingo DeGrazia, his son, who's been on our show too, is an amazing musician, flamenco style guitarist. And he's performed on the album, but, so it obviously runs in the family. But, Lance, did music come first or art? Like, isn't it all just kind of the same thing to Ted DeGrazia?
I think the music was part of the family. Everybody in his family was a musician, of one sort or another. They were trumpet players and who knows, whatever they played. And so everybody in the family was musical. And so that got DeGrazia started. So I have a feeling the music started before the art, although for him, the art started at a very young age.
I see that on your site. And everyone, if you go to DeGrazia.org and look under the About Us, there's a photo of DeGrazia's big band. It's almost like he had like a Lawrence Welk thing going. Not saying he's Lawrence Welk, dude. 2 different people for sure. But I mean, he had like the bandstand with DeGrazia painted. It's like he was already promoting. Like he had that going. What was that about? He had his own band.
He had his own band, and his brother was in the band. His brother's in the photo, and they would play at night for whatever different dances or whatever, and that's how he helped pay his way through the University of Arizona. He spent his days doing maintenance and yard work out during the day at the U of A, and then at night he played. They did the band, and that's how he paid for school.
God, when did he have time to do school?
Yeah, really.
The guy was busy all the time. I'm not sure when he had time to do anything. He just never stopped. So he always made sure he had time to do whatever he wanted. But honestly, I don't know how he worked all day played at night and when did he study? I don't know.
Maybe he's played some music to some of his teachers. You never know, So come on, I'll play a little bit for you. No. But at the same time, he is a smart. I mean, when you go through the gallery and, all these stories and his writing, I still, talk about the Father Font book. I think he was incredible. He was not Quino, right? Padre Quino. I get the fathers mixed up. Well, they were around at the same time. Didn't they know each other? Quino and
I'm not
Font?
sure what other father you're talking about.
Father Font went with Juan Bautista de Anza on the Juan Bautista expedition. But Father Font was there, but Quino was also part. I think he was a little bit earlier, but
Father Font.
I'm going to have to go do my research now. So everyone don't send me the emails yelling. I'll get it. I will get it. I will research this. We learn so much history that sometimes it just gets like, who was what and when, who crossed that river on the horse? Really?
Yeah. Well, we're pretty immersed in Father Quino here and Father Sarah, but, besides that, I mean, those are the two guys that DeGrazia really paid attention to, especially Quino, because he was in this area. He was in the desert Southwest, and he was in Sonora, Mexico. So that was his area, and that was DeGrazia's area.
So tell us a little bit about his art. Like, he did the music, but I remember that you guys found the music, right? In the gallery, you found manuscripts.
Yeah, well, I was looking for something in our archives, and I came across all this handwritten music, and I thought to myself, "Wow, that's pretty neat." And I pulled it out, and our president, the president of our board, his son was part of the Tucson Jazz Academy. He was a drummer. And so he hooked us up with the Tucson Jazz Academy, and they arranged it, and they played it, got Domingo to play on it, and we made a disc, and so we got DeGrazia's Please Remember Me.
That's awesome. And, that album you can get there, and it's a beautiful album. We love the music on it. It does make you feel like you're in Tucson. You know what I mean? It's a Southwest style, but also feels almost like when the Please Remember Me, that song almost feels like you're in the 40s, like World War II era.
Yeah, 30s and 40s. That's when it was all written. So.
So didn't he also, I know he did a thesis on art and music, right? Their connectivity, and
his master's thesis was the relationship of color to sound, and he would play classical music and paint it. So there was a musical connection there too.
Because you did that one exhibit a few years back of that, right? Where he had like paintings with that. One of the rotating exhibits.
we put the masters. There's about, I want to say, at least 30 paintings. There's 15 watercolors and 15 oils, I believe, that he did for his thesis. And we put it out occasionally. Every few years we put out his master's thesis because it's very, very interesting. Yeah,
it goes beyond when you're learning guitar. Remember, you used to have those stickers, like green for C, red for
right.
You know what I mean? It goes beyond that. It goes beyond that. But I always thought there was something in some people's hearing colors. There's like I don't know what the term is. Gee, we're so prepared on terms today and historic figures, but there is a term for people who hear in color. And I think there is that because certain colors get you all riled up. Like if you go through the gallery and you go look at what he did painting the rodeo, those are some like vibrant reds, right? And
some
then
of them, sure.
Yeah, some of them. And then some of it's like, blood and all that, but and purples, but I think there's different colors do different emotions. So I think that's how it ties with music. Nancy, you're an artist. I mean, isn't that kind of connect for you?
I've been in several classes where they talk about assigning colors to different emotions, because that's what it intends to invoke on the viewer. Like, absolutely, reds get you a little more excited. Blues calm you down. Greens really calm you down. So there's a psychology behind color and what it means to the viewer. Now, when you're talking about people all over the world, it could be and is different. So somebody from the Southwest who's used to desert sunsets is going to feel differently about colors than someone in the East. So, it's not a big difference, but it is a difference. And so your likability or how you like certain colors has a lot to do with how and where you were brought up and what you've seen. So when it comes to painting a picture, art professors will make you pick this part I hate, but it's true. They make you pick your colors and they say you can only have 5 or 6. And then you're like, no, I want 20. And then you're supposed to mix the colors you want for the painting, so you don't get too crazy and too jarring for the viewer. There is a whole science of color and painting and music.
You guys there? Did we lose you?
Nancy, we lost you there for a second. Yeah, Nancy, we lost you. She went away. But yeah, she was talking about the different colors from
the colors, right?
Yeah. Oh, she's back.
I'm here.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. But what color did you tap into to disappear? Like the ghost color?
I don't know, but I just got a little news flash. My internet connection's not stable.
Well, yeah. Well, there you go. It's summer. Yeah. Things happen. We sizzle.
Yeah, I know.
Lance, with this thesis, right? So there's that, and then there's art connected with it. And then you've got the music, right, too. So that's playing in the gallery so people can connect to that. But it's kind of interesting. Do you think he did he play music while he was painting?
No. Well, maybe he had the radio on. I don't know, but he made music when he made music, and he painted when he painted, as far as I know.
Yeah, but it's interesting about how he did those connections, right? And
right. Well, he was just an all around, an artist. They call a musician an artist. They call a painter an artist. So he was an artist through and through.
Mm. And the other thing, I know that you do have events in December. You have the fiesta that happens, and so you have music that goes there on the grounds. Was that something that happened when he was alive, that he would do that? Or is that something that came later?
Honestly, I don't know if they did Guadalupe Day when he was alive or not. They've been doing it. We've been doing it for as long as I've been here, which goes all the way back to when he died. So maybe he probably did do it every year. But we still carry on the tradition.
I wondered if he played music. Did he play guitar? I know he played trumpet, but no, Domingo plays guitar.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I just think he played the trumpet. I don't know what else. I don't think he played anything else.
Do you think he played when he was down in Mexico with Diego Rivera and Jose Orozco?
I doubt it. DeGrazia's music career kind of ended after college. That's when he became he was really seriously into art and painting. And music took him a ways, but I think music was more pleasure and passion for him than he never made any money at it.
Yeah, not like to be famous.
Other than the big band when he played at when he was playing at the university.
So he did all that, and then obviously you've got the album out, but not making a bunch of money. But when he was in university, was he studying art at the university?
Sure, absolutely. Wow. Art education, art itself, and he got his master's. In the relationship of color to sound. So he's a very, very highly educated man.
He's smart. He's a smart cookie, man.
Yeah,
I mean, look what he did.
Very smart.
I just find it funny
to make a choice, because making a living and running a gallery, making a living painting is not the easiest thing in the world to do. It's also not easy to do it by being a musician, because you either make it or you don't.
I know most musicians,
right.
If it's their passion project, they need to have a day job, and no matter how good they are. I mean, they could be absolutely brilliant, and you want to see them on the big stage and all of that, but no.
If they do make it, then they make big bucks, but not everybody gets there, whether they deserve to or not.
I wonder if music helped him with color. That's the other thing, like for him, because his colors in his work are so vibrant. And you can't just go and do that kind of vibrancy without knowing what you're doing. Yet he's got simplicity, but movement, and his art is incredible. So to me, it's very fascinating about that. Like if that kind of helped him playing and understanding dynamic and keeping it simple, because a trumpet sound is simple and it gets you like boom. You can't deny a trumpet sound. And if it sounds bad, it's really bad. Like bagpipes, like, you know what I mean? Okay. Like a bad trumpet. Like if you don't know what you're doing with a trumpet, like please.
Sounds like an elephant.
Yeah. I think every parent that has a kid learning how to play trumpet is like, let's soundproof the basement and put them down there. Right. It's not a fun instrument to learn. There's not really any, it's hard. Trumpet is hard. So when people can do it and go for it, it's like amazing. And I wonder if that helped him in art of understanding that challenge, that striving for something, and then getting those colors, because he gets away with it in his art where other people maybe wouldn't, there's a balance he's managed to do of like, oh yeah, I'm going to spark some vibrancy. Can you handle it? Can you dig it? Look at it and buy it. How about that? That's him. He wants you to buy it, right? So, yeah, that's cool. I wish we had seen him. Is there footage of him playing? I think you have that in that video, and that people can watch at the gallery.
No, we have a photograph. We don't have anything of him playing instruments or music. No.
Okay. Dang. Oh well. Well. Thank you, Tucson Dude, for being back on the show. I hope your summer chills out. We're looking forward to next month, so we can hear about the new exhibits. Everyone, for right now until the end of August. So we're talking about August 30th. Lance will be on a couple days before that. Right now, the exhibits that you can see that are the rotating ones, we've got DeGrazia Underground, Miners and Prospectors of the Old West. On the Trail with Ted DeGrazia, that's really showcasing riders on horseback, and also abstract paintings of Ted DeGrazia. That's on display now. And also the newer exhibit, those will all be there until August 30th of 2023. And the new one right now is DeGrazia's Beggars. And that is an interesting series to also go and check out. And that will be on display until January 24th, 2024. So check that out. So, it's all out there. So go see it. Go to DeGrazia.org. And we're here typically every fourth Sunday. So you can keep up with us at bigblendradio.com for the shows with the Tucson Dude, Lance Labor. Thank you, Lance.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.